It's a beautiful night in the Bull City for Game 2 of a pivotal ACC series as the Duke Blue Devils look to claim another series. Virginia looking to bounce back after a loss last night. A look at the current ACC softball standings as we enter the home stretch. Some big series around the league. Clemson took Game 1 of the series from Virginia Tech last night, and North Carolina a road win in Raleigh over the Wolfpack. And we welcome you to Durham. Chris Edwards, so great to be with Rain Wilson and delighted to have you with us. 5-2 win for Duke last night. Rain, a little uncharacteristic for both these teams. For Virginia, uncharacteristic in the circle, some free offense given up.
Yeah, Virginia has one of the best bullpens in the conference. Statistically, they are at the top. But credit Duke, we knew the offense had a lot of power, but check out the plate discipline too. They were able to draw walks in key moments here. KK Mathis drawing that key walk against Courtney Lane. Then it was Kyrie Rodriguez followed by Jayla Stafford who hit some home runs. And Chris, when we look at this lineup, those two names don't jump off the paper in terms of home run hitters, which is a great sign if you're head coach Maurice Young. And even better of a sign, KK Mathis, we knew she could hit it. They call her KK Clutch Mathis, but she showed up in the pitching circle as well. Her second career appearance, and she was lights out in the middle part of this game to lead her team to a victory in Game 1.
Blue Devils will look to have more solid performances tonight, both in the circle. There's KK Mathis, who was so good for Duke last night at both ends of the ball. And the lineup that the Cavaliers will put out there again tonight, pretty similar to what we saw from UVA last night.
Yeah, and this lineup has been consistent and been solid all year long, and highlighted there is Macy Eaton. I mean, you look at the numbers in ACC play, and they jump off the page at you. Batting over 500, I think that's pretty good, but 1 through 9 in this lineup. A quiet evening last night, but they will look to turn the page here today.
And we're ready to go here tonight from Durham, here on Duke's East Campus. Hilton ready to lead things off for the Cavaliers. Jaquez in the circle, and off we go with the first pitch. That's fouled away. We mentioned Larissa Jaquez, the right-hander who's in the circle for the Blue Devils tonight.
Yeah, the junior transfer will start Game 2 here tonight, and a big piece of this bullpen, the righty, the transfer from ICW. And you check out the workload, 53 1/3, a pretty sizable workload. 38 punch-outs in 53 innings, so not going to be a strikeout pitcher, but she's going to look to induce weak ground balls, weak flyouts for her defense.
Hilton takes one downstairs to even the count.
And we'll check out the scouting report for Jaquez, the junior. Mid-60s, will kind of go east to west with that curveball and screwball, and she'll work in the rise at that swing and miss pitch, but she's got to work in that off speed to keep these Virginia hitters off balance.
2-1 now on Hilton, trying to be the table setter for Virginia. Uncharacteristic, 0 for 4 in the game last night.
Yeah, and credit this Duke team. I mean, they came in with a prepared plan for Jade Hilton. She is that name for the Cavaliers that you circle and say, we're not going to let her beat us.
Popped up into shallow right field. 3 Blue Devils are there, and a sliding catch by Jennings in center for the game's first out.
Yeah, and that's a big out. 0 for 5 on the weekend now is Hilton, but credit Deanna Jennings, the senior center fielder who had to go a long way. Layla Lamar, sounds like she's letting Dee know, hey, that's you, but that is almost in right field. Lamar was kind of shaded towards the right foul line, but man, what a way to go for the All-American.
First pitch is in there for a strike on Cassidy Hudson. How about the sun and the issues that could present for Lamar in right field?
Absolutely, and I'm very familiar with the stadium, and then as the sun sets here in the springtime, it goes right, like a line drive out to right field is the most devastating for the sun right now.
Out to left field this time. Matthews in foul ground, can't make the catch.
But Chris, that's a great point, because that's why I think you might actually give priority to your center fielder there, knowing that they're going to their left. The sun is not as big of a factor based on the angles, and so maybe a pre-pitch conversation there that Deanna Jennings and Layla Lamar had.
But isn't it on Jennings, the center fielder, too, as the captain of the outfield, just to be able to take charge?
Of course. And I think you could see that with Layla Lamar and the communication that they had of, hey, if I hear you as a center fielder, it is your ball. Now, I mean, that one was a little too close for comfort. Sure. You never want your center fielder to dive, as we see Layla Lamar holding that hand up, trying to block the sun. Difficult to do.
A little bit low. It's 2-2 on Hudson. Hudson also hitless in the game last night, went 0 for 4. Talked about being able to set the table, the top of this Virginia order, which has been so good all year long, really scuffled in the series opener.
Yeah, this Duke staff kept this offense at bay, which is, I mean, that is always the goal. You got to credit, though, this team because, I mean, Macy Eaton and Bella Cabral in the 3-4 hole, although they went 0 for, drew 4 walks between the two of them, so they've got great plate discipline. But credit that woman right there, head coach Marissa Young, who managed her bullpen incredibly effectively last night.
And a one-out walk sets the table for Virginia. Hudson is aboard right in front of the big hitters here in this Cavalier order.
Yeah, and that's what you want if you're head coach Joanna Harden in this Virginia offense, is to find ways on, gather data quickly. This is their first time against Larissa Jaquez, and to pass the bat to the biggest barrels in your lineup.
There's Coach Harden, did such a great job leading this program in Charlottesville. Ranked in the top 20 this week. First pitch in there for a strike. Great season for Macy Eaton, hitting .482 with 9 home runs. There's Coach Harden, 4 straight seasons with 30 or more wins, back-to-back regionals, and poised for another regional here in 2026.
Yeah, and this team will host the ACC tournament in Charlottesville just over a month, but I think this program has their eyes. I know they have their eyes on hosting a regional eventually in Charlottesville and Palmer Park, one of the most beautiful softball stadiums in the ACC.
Everything in Charlottesville is beautiful.
I know.
Fouled away by Eaton. It's 1-2.
But it's been pretty remarkable to go back to Coach Harden and this Virginia program. What she's been able to do now, her 10th season, is truly develop. And you look at these athletes like Macy Eaton, and you look at how good they've gotten year over year, and the word you circle is development, and they've done just that.
Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and it's a double play to end the first. The Blue Devils flashing the leather to get out of the first inning.
Perfect start for Larissa Jaquez, gives up the free pass, but then K's Macy Eaton, and watch the pick. Kyrie Rodriguez notices the runner goes, guns her out. Duke out of the inning. We talked about the Duke offense last night, but how about the defense? Strike them out, throw them out. Jaquez strikes out Macy Eaton, batting .500 in ACC play. Then Kyrie Rodriguez with a bullet to get Hudson. Oakland was fired up. This Duke defense fired up. That's a huge momentum swing. And they will have the momentum, and they will need it because Taylor Smith, the freshman, gets the ball in the circle, and she has looked really, really good so far in her freshman campaign. As we take a look at the numbers from the Maryland native. 35 innings pitched. She's done a solid amount of workload. One thing Coach Harden has talked about is not only the depth of her team, but the diversity of her team. So we'll take a look at the scouting report. She'll go east to west with a lot of speed, 65 to 67. Her key is going to be to attack the zone early, fill it up with strikes, and then expand and get these hitters to chase.
Tied a career high with 7 strikeouts against Pittsburgh last weekend. Faces Duana Jennings to lead things off for the Blue Devils. Here's the starting 9 for Marissa Young's club this evening. Jennings, and then Oakland in the 3-hole was big for the Blue Devils last night. Duke had a couple of big home runs as well en route to that 5-2 victory, but quickly Smith ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, and that's key. I mean, Deanna Jennings, the senior, the All-American for this team, is truly the table setter. When she goes, the rest of this offense goes. So getting ahead early is key for Virginia.
Jennings 1 for 4 in the game last night. all-time career hits leader for the Blue Devils. Trying to add to that total here in the first inning. Seems like it's so much of a feeling out process too, early in a game, trying to see the full repertoire. And for Jennings, one of the duties of a leadoff hitter too, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, you're trying to gather some data for your team. That's a nasty pitch to go hammer her on the hands after 2 pitches early that climbed the ladder. And I mean, although to your point, Chris, important to get data points. This is another data point. Hey, she's not afraid to go into lefties. Look at the curveball in on the hands. Deanna Jennings trying to battle that pitch away, knowing that she'd gotten a steady diet of up and away. But Smith going right after the All-American first K of the day.
Now Vega will bat. Bounces that one up the middle and through. Amina Vega with a 1-out single. Now a 19-game reach base streak for the Blue Devil sophomore.
Yeah, and I don't think this happens unless Deanna Jennings goes and tells her teammate that, hey, she will attack you in with a curveball. Amina Vega gets a pitch a little bit over the middle, just enough to ground it up the middle. First hit of the day for Duke. And something we're used to saying, first hit for Amina Vega.
Yeah, sorry, the Duke senior. Can't read my own writing. Here's Jessica Oakland. Takes the first pitch low. Oakland, big game last night. We talked about it a moment ago. 2 for 2 in that win for the Blue Devils. Upstairs, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, looking at this Duke offense, one of the best in the ACC, and they do it in a lot of different ways, but this year has been a lot about power. Jess Oakland, a huge part of that, and it starts with her plate discipline working in these high leverage counts. Yeah, and to me, Chris, I know we're both baseball fans too,
Sure.
and now of course we have the AUSL, the Carolina Blaze, playing here in Durham. But if the roles were the same and Jess Oakland was in a baseball uniform, she's a first-round draft pick for me.
For sure. And you can see just how much respect Virginia has for her. 4 out of the zone, and now the Blue Devils threatening with 2 on and 1 out. But now you got to face Jones, who might be the hottest hitter on the planet. Just a remarkable month of March.
Yeah, and Tyrena Jones, you mentioned it, has a ton of momentum. Struggled a bit last night, but has so much pop in her bat, as you can see, trying to go with the off speed for the first pitch. You know, you only do that if you respect the offense, because, I mean, in a perfect world, you save that off speed to have in your back pocket in the second time through, the third time through. They go with it there, ball 1, but 14 bombs on the year for this team.
Including a big walk-off against Stanford, hit 2 home runs in the 7th inning of the series finale to beat the Cardinals.
That was the most insane game I've ever witnessed, heard about, read about. Tyrena Jones opened up that inning. They were down 6, hit a solo shot, and then ended things off with a walk-off home run.
Runner takes off for third, and they throw it away. Vega up, scampering for the plate, and the Blue Devils take the 1-0 lead.
This is really good softball, really good coaching by associate head coach Taylor Wyke. This is a fake bunt steal all day long, and the read here is Bella Cabral. Is she gonna bite for the bunt? Who's got third if she goes in? Jade Hilton shaded too far towards second base. A miscommunication there, and Duke takes advantage.
Now that pitch hammered foul. 1-2 the count on Jones. We talked a lot about the power for this Duke team, the way they can score with the long ball, with the doubles, but it's been a little small ball for Duke in the first inning.
Yeah, and that's 100% the coaching staff recognizing an opportunity there. That's a gutsy call. You see it in travel ball, and you see it at younger levels, catching that third baseman in no man's land. But that is a great read by third base coach and associate head coach Taylor Wyke to see where they were at, to see how far shaded up the middle Jade Hilton was, knowing the speed of her runners. And you're right, small ball takes advantage.
It's 2-2 now on Jones. And we talked about the 7th inning that the Blue Devils had against Stanford. 10 hitters to the plate, 3 homers in the inning, the most, as you can see, since 2022. And just one of those come-from-behind wins they'll talk about for years to come. That one to the right side. What a stop by Call, and gets the out at first. A big second out for the Cavaliers.
What a play by the sophomore call. Wow. This one was drilled on a line by Jones, and look at the backhand dive, the presence of mind to get on her knees and chuck it over to first base. Saves a run, saves probably a double for Jones as well. That is a huge out early in this game for Virginia.
And now Lamar takes one inside. Layla Lamar, the sophomore, trying to keep the frame alive for the Blue Devils. Duke carrying over some of that momentum that they had last night and even in the first inning today, scoring the game's first run. Out to center. Hudson is there to retire the side, but it is the Blue Devils who use the small ball and find a way to push across the first run of the game. It's Duke leading by a run after one. One nothing lead for Duke at the end of the first inning. Blue Devils able to play some small ball in the bottom of the first inning. Let's go back to that double steal that resulted in the run for Duke. It seemed like the Blue Devils caught Hickey behind the plate a little off guard.
Yeah, this was right after a conference, and so Tyrena Jones shows bunt, immediately pulls back. Bella Cabral gets into position. I think on a good throw, this play is a lot closer, but I think that's the piece of it. I mean, the third baseman going back to the bag, that's a tough play for Cabral to find her positioning. Seems like she did a good job and a good throw there. Maybe you have an out, but still you have to make the other team play. And so to your point, too, Chris, small ball takes the win.
Cabral will lead things off for the Cavaliers in the second. Takes strike one from Hawkes, who's now been staked to a 1-0 lead and probably helps add to the confidence for the Blue Devil right-hander, pitching with the lead in the second. But a dangerous batter at the plate for Virginia as Cabral takes outside. Cabral with 10 home runs this year, 8th in the league in home runs, top 10 in Cavalier history in terms of career home runs. To third, Jones gloves it and makes the play for the first out.
Tyrena Jones makes this look way too easy. Look at this drill ball up and in, and the little drop step, boom. Got time, tosses it over to Stafford with plenty of time there. First out of the inning, we talk about the pressure being lifted by having a run, a cushion. But how about the pressure lifted with good defensive plays and then pulling the change on that? Look at this. Pulls the string. Gets Hackett off the front foot. Nasty pitch early in the count.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Hackett takes low. Maybe a little bit outside. Count evens. And for Virginia, too, a team that had a ton of confidence coming into the series, we'll take another look first.
Yeah, I think this might be a missed call. That one looked like pain to the corner, but 1-1 evens it up.
Lobbed out to center field for Jennings, who makes the play for out number 2. But finishing the thought, this is a Virginia team that came in this weekend, ton of confidence, playing really well, lost last night in a kind of an odd game for them, as we talked about. How much do you have to guard against the, oh no, here we go again, or we're just trying to press early in a game like this?
Well, just knowing head coach Joanna Hardin and really the DNA of this team and how focused they are in the present moment, I think that that's not even a conversation they're having. Now, most teams are never going to out loud say, oh no, here this goes again. It's more of a subconscious feeling, and you feel like your coach's press. But getting to know Coach Hardin over the years, we actually had a really, really lovely conversation a couple weeks ago when I covered their matchup against Liberty, and she talked about the power of full engagement. It's this book that's, I guess, discontinued. You could still buy it, and I started reading it after talking to her because I think it's so critical for student athletes and critical for anybody to just be where your feet are. And you could pull about 50 things from last night's game for Virginia and say, we should have done this better, this better, this better, and this better. But where can you intentionally dedicate your energy and time and be engaged where you are to improve? And so I think that this team, of all programs I've covered, is going to be well prepared after a loss, maybe more so than anybody.
Trying to bounce back here tonight, trailing by a run in the second. 3-1 now on call. Jaquez not missing by much. Popped up, left side of the infield. It's Oakland, the shortstop. And it's an easy inning for Jaquez in the circle. 3 up and 3 down. Blue Devils still leading by a run as they come up in the last of the second. Chamber of Commerce night here in Durham. Blue Devils leading by a run, and KK Mathis will lead things off for the Blue Devils. The hero in the circle last night, hero at the plate as well for the Blue Devils. All around great performance for Mathis.
We've called her KK Clutch Mathis in the past because it feels like whenever this team has their backs against the wall offensively, she's come up clutch. But in the circle, to go 2 2/3 innings for her second overall appearance and really give her team some depth and length in the middle innings was massive. And earlier today, we went down and had a conversation with head coach Marissa Young. We were like, hey, how'd you know? When did you decide? She said she told KK Mathis to start pitching over the summer. She knew she had pitched in travel ball. She's a transfer from James Madison, had not pitched there. Said, hey, just start training a little bit. We're not sure what transfers we're gonna get, so be ready. Didn't pitch all spring until this past Sunday.
Wow.
Pitch against Campbell, pitched last night, and was huge in that game.
Pretty big spot for your first ACC appearance, too. But she can do it at the plate too, Ray. Look what she did at the dish for the Blue Devils.
It's remarkable. Off Eden Bigham, would you consider the ace for this Virginia staff over the last handful of years? And in a huge moment, 2-out RBI double to really give her team the momentum back. At that point in the game, too, you got to remember, Duke was up 4-0. Virginia came back at a 2-run shot, 4-2, and the momentum kind of swung in the Who's dugout. And then it was KK Mathis with that insurance to give her team the lead.
Kyrie Rodriguez will bat now for the Blue Devils. Pinch runner coming on for Duke as well. Terrell will be the runner at first for the Blue Devils.
Now running at first base for Duke, number 99, Aaliyah Terrell.
There's Aaliyah Terrell, the pinch runner. First pitch inside on Rodriguez. That's 5 in a row that have missed the zone from Taylor Smith, who's already got her issued 2 walks tonight. Freshman laboring here a little early. Big swing and a miss by Rodriguez. And Rodriguez climbed the ladder, maybe trying to, not trying to, but she did bail out Smith a little bit, who has been struggling with the command.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one where as a coaching staff are like, no, don't give her that. But offensively, for KK Mathis, that's the pitch you want to go after there. But offensively, knowing Smith likes to work up in the zone, has some natural run up and in. Kyrie Rodriguez going after that pitch. But when a pitcher is falling behind, the last thing you want to do is expand the zone.
And that's on the outside corner for strike 3. Nice bounce back for Smith. Second strikeout of the game.
Goes after the high heat, takes a pitch over the white, and then it's a curveball that catches the outside edge. That's a great pitch by the freshman, and even better bounce back after the free pass to Mathis. Second strikeout of the day for Smith.
Now Stafford will bat, takes upstairs. What have you seen from Smith so far? I know it's early in the game, but been able to dissect anything about her performance?
Just a little inconsistent in terms of strike throwing. I mean, the stuff looks good. I mean, clearly she's got some great movement up in the zone and through the zone. But if hitters are not going to bite early in counts on that, that's what you rely on, is to get ahead. And so if you can't establish the top part of the strike zone with that pitch, you kind of lead yourself with the hitter guessing, hey, I'm going to just hit something east and west. And then we haven't seen that off speed really be established. And so right now these hitters are setting up their timing for one speed and one speed only.
In terms of establishing the off speed, is it just more being more consistent, throwing it for strikes?
Yeah, and I wasn't a pitcher, so I can't speak to the little cues that you might have. And I'm sure Taylor Smith and Coach Allred probably have those little cues that they give each other.
That ball lobbed to left, playable for Hackett, who makes the play for the second out.
But it could be something in between innings where Smith might be most comfortable going out to the bullpen and just throwing some off speeds during the warm-up. But, I mean, that fly out there to get Stafford just speaks to how good her stuff is. I mean, the fact that these righties are biting on that pitch up in the zone with elite movement, and she's getting those weak flyouts, that means it is working and her stuff is moving.
A lot of soft contact for both pitchers so far tonight. Matthews takes low. Couple of freshmen battling here. Matthews against the right-hander Smith. Matthews has had a great rookie campaign for the Blue Devils. And hard to argue the success of Smith. The 5-0 start to the season. A sub-3 ERA, already 5 shutouts. For the Maryland Gatorade Softball Player of the Year a year ago. Runner goes, pitches outside, and the ball gets away, but no further advance for the pinch runner. Second stolen base of the game for the Blue Devils.
It almost looks like Hickey was a little bit surprised by this, a little bit of hesitation here. But credit Terrell, a great jump on the release, slides in a favorable count, 2-0 to Addie Matthews. And now Duke in scoring position.
But Matthews takes ball 4, so now the table is set for the top of the Duke order. Third walk allowed by Smith. everything for Smith, the rookie. 2 4-pitch walks and a strikeout. Also a fly out this inning, and now Duke has turned the lineup over for a second time, and you see what the Blue Devils have done at the top of the order. All they've done all year is just do damage.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's, I mean, the last thing you want if you're Taylor Smith, first and foremost, and then this Virginia staff, is to walk the 9-hole, to then have to deal with these two. And then to be in a position where you maybe miss a call on the first pitch, maybe Smith thought she had it, I thought it was a little bit down, but then to go back to the rise ball out of the zone, and now high leverage count for Deanna Jennings, and it looks like Reagan Hickey's gonna go have a conversation with her pitcher.
Try to keep it lighthearted, it appears, just not let the moment get too big for the freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is, you can tell, I mean, just take a breath, and you could see the ball strike total. Obviously never want to be throwing more balls than strikes, but 22 balls so far of the 37 pitches, and so I like the move there by Hickey to go out, give your freshman a breather, and then also get on the same page of, hey, what feels good right now?
3 walks tonight for Smith, matches her season high. Is that ball off the glove of the first baseman, and not in time at first. Call couldn't make the play, and Virginia may want a review. Took a wicked hop off the mid of Eaton.
Virginia is safe. That play is under further review.
All right, you heard it there from Alex Leap, the third base umpire, crew chief. We'll take another look as well.
Yeah, Deanna Jennings rolls this one over. It goes off the glove of Eaton. Look at Alex Call, the quick transfer. Boom. And it looked automatically that Macy Eaton and Alex Call immediately went to the hands to the eye, or excuse me, the hands to the headset. We'll take a look here. What a great play by Call again.
I think she's safe. Although it's hard to tell.
It is, yeah.
Because Call is blocking. This might be our best look.
Yeah, looks safe to me. And at the very least, doesn't look indisputable.
Correct, which is the key phrase there. What's that old saying? Tie goes to the runner?
Yeah. Yeah, and I know oftentimes we're talking about umpires when they mess up maybe, but how about Roger Potts over first base? Looks like he was right on top of it.
It's a hard job.
It is a hard job.
It's a pretty quick review as well. More of that. And here comes the call from Alex Leap.
After the call and the runner is safe.
So runner is safe. UVA is charged to challenge. And now the bases are loaded for Duke. For Vega, not the person you want to be facing with the bases loaded.
No, definitely not. It would be interesting to see where Smith goes here. Went in on Vega in the first inning, but Vega has strength to the outside part of the plate.
First pitch misses. And obviously have to go right at Vega here. She singled and scored the only run of the game for the Blue Devils. Rolls that one foul to even the count.
Yeah, we talk about the off speed, 2 back-to-back off speeds there. That one kind of tunneling that inner half pitch that Vega saw early in his game. But Vega didn't look completely fooled by it, definitely early. But this is a huge moment early.
What do you come back with here?
I think you maybe even throw it again.
Okay.
Or you go in on the hands. And go away, up and away.
She fouled it off, it's 1-2. Now it feels like the whole repertoire is open for Smith.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think her arm side stuff that has run away and up is probably the best option here. Vega has a lot of power to that side, but if Smith can elevate, I think she gives herself the best chance, but she can mix in anything here.
Grounded to third, and the inning is over. Virginia able to wiggle off the hook in the second. The Blue Devils leave the bases loaded, and Virginia coming up in the third, trailing by a run. four-legged friends, two-legged friends, everybody having a good time. I mean, okay.
Sunbathing, napping. Is he okay? Can someone check on him?
Oh, yeah. We're fine over here.
That child is A-okay. Oh, bless you.
What? That's pretty good. Jaquez back to the circle for the Blue Devils, facing the bottom of the order for the Cavaliers. Still can't get over that guy that's out there, I guess, sunbathing. I mean, maybe the sun late in the day is the best time to get a tan.
Maybe.
Some low UV there. You don't need the high-octane sunscreen. 2 balls and no strikes on Reagan Hickey. Had a big home run for Virginia last night.
Yeah, that was a huge moment in the game where the momentum kind of swung back into the Virginia Cavaliers dugout temporarily, but if she can get hot for this team, that'll add so much depth to this offense.
We talked about Hickey and the big home run last night. Here it is.
Yeah, this was an all-out shot. Cassie Kerr, 67 miles per hour, absolutely turns on it. That one looked like it ended up 260, 250.
Gonna walk to start the inning. Second free pass issued by Jaquez. And Madison Green will get a chance with a runner on.
Headed to the batter's box for the Virginia Cavaliers. Designated player number 27, Madison Green.
Yeah, Madison Green, the sophomore, only 8 starts on the year, but an opportunity here to extend this inning and get her team back into this game.
Takes the first pitch low. Oh, they called that a strike, sorry. Late call there. My fault. That's a strike, it's 0-2.
A nice shot by Jaquez to attack there, and Madison Green getting her feet underneath her. Took a pitch away, it was a strike, and then the pitch in. So wondering what she's hunting here.
Outside here, 1-2. Green able to hold up nicely on a really difficult 2-strike pitch.
Yeah, and that pitch sets up this pitch. You can tell trying to battle that pitch away, up and away, doesn't bite, but now has to protect all sides.
2-2. Green played in 17 games as a rookie last year for Virginia. And she strikes out looking here for the first out. Second punch out for Jaquez.
Yeah, Jaquez goes back to the arm side screwball and just paints the inner half. Look at the left foot. Out of the box there as Green steps across, but doesn't get the swing off. First out of the inning, second punch out. Or first punch out, second punch out.
Second punch out.
Yeah. Out here shorting Jaquez.
You are.
So many punches.
No punches thrown in the booth, though.
No, never.
Griffith takes ball 1. Another talented underclassman for the Cavaliers. Think about the balance of this team. A lot of upperclassmen at the top of the order that have gotten it done for Virginia all season long, and now some of these freshmen and sophomores coming along at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked a little bit earlier about the development piece in this program and head coach Joanna Hardin's commitment to developing.
Bunted back out in front of the plate. Picked up by the third baseman Jones and gets the out at first. Right, the play.
That's a great play.
It is a great
yeah,
play.
that's a great play. Griffith, this is a beautiful bunt too, but Jones reads it early. Gets some depth, gets it off the ground. But Jones, the quick transfer running across her body, that's her ball all day. For youth players watching, this ball is going towards the pitcher, but as a third baseman, if you got the read, you've got the jump, take that ball, make the throw. Great job by the grad student Jones.
There's a strike on Hilton. They gave that a sacrifice bunt. And I understand they had to give it a sacrifice bunt, but there's no reason, in no way that she was sacrifice bunting it. That was bunting for a hit.
Yeah, I think for a slapper, it could have been a two birds, one stone.
I understand.
I know you're a baseball guy.
No,
but
I understand, but no, I get it. But she wasn't giving herself up.
she's never gonna. A slapper's never gonna stationary bunt though, ever.
Sure. But
So she might have been thinking, I'm giving myself up right now, but I'm
Okay.
also gonna give myself the best chance to get on first.
fine. I get it, but
There's gonna be some punches thrown, I think, actually.
no, there's not. I do get it. I'm just gonna quit arguing now. That's what I usually do. Just lose the argument and just sit here and be quiet. A time called. Coach Young on her way out. Dangerous spot here with the runner in scoring position, and Hilton, a very dangerous hitter at the plate.
Yeah, Hilton so far 0 for 5, but has just been so close all weekend long to finding her stride. And I think this is a great time. 2-1 count, high leverage count for Hilton. You got a base open, you got 2 outs. Wait, what pitch feels good here? Be smart. And for Hilton, it's, hey, let me pick a side, let me pick a pitch, and let me sell out for that pitch. But if you're looking away and you get in, take. Get a pitch you want to hit and sell out for it.
Three and one. Hudson just has been so good in so many different ways. You see her home run numbers. 47 for Hilton. And she takes ball forward with the Blue Devils giving that one up. But another borderline pitch. It doesn't go the way of the Blue Devils, so she's aboard. 2-1 with 2 out.
Yeah, the last 2 pitches looked really close. I mean,
Ugh.
we look at the way offenses, we see a pitching change here.
So pitching changes, Rain mentioned for the Blue Devils. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Virginia threatening here in the third. Lead for the Blue Devils. Jaquez is out, but the runner's on base, her responsibility. The walks, the bugaboo for the right-hander so far in the ball game. And the Blue Devils will go to the bullpen. Mallory Wheeler will get the call for Duke.
Yeah, the sophomore Wheeler, right-hander, also a transfer for this team. Has pitched a lot as well. I mean, the ERA is a little bit inflated, but one thing I love about watching Wheeler is she's a competitor. And you look at the scouting report, she will mix it as well, 63 to 67. Mostly spin focus, so the strikeout numbers are not going to jump off the page. Her goal is to get weak flyouts, weak groundouts, and ultimately compete in a moment here where her team needs an out.
Blue Devils probably feeling like they should still be having Hilton at the plate. Borderline pitch, you saw it a moment ago, and now Hudson will bat with 2 on and 2 out. And take strike 1. Counts even now. Hudson loops one to short. Oakland to first, not in time. And the bases are loaded for Virginia.
Yeah, this one here handcuffs Hudson. Jess Oakland was really close there to making contact with Hickey. Well, not as close in that angle, but to me, if you know you don't have a play there, and this is more gamesmanship, but I'm trying to make contact with that runner.
Force just trying to make the umpire make a call.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And because also, I mean, just the spin of that one, that ball could have bounced kind of anywhere off the handcuff of Hudson, but that's a tough play. I don't even know if it would have been close up from the angle we had. It looked like there was actually some separation between the two, but either way, this is exactly where Virginia wants to be. Macy Eaton, their best hitter in the box with the bases loaded.
9 home runs on the season for Eaton. Remember, the top 4 in this Cavalier order hitless in the ball game last night. Hudson's got the only hit for this group so far. But for Wheeler, she's a strike away from getting off the field. To the right side, Vega up with it, and the Blue Devils get out of the jam in the third. Virginia loads the bases with 2 out, but it is Duke who strands the runners on base. Still 1-0 Blue Devils. Duke as the Blue Devils come up in the last of the third inning, and Virginia will go to the bullpen. Julia Cuzzo will come on to pitch for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the junior from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Guess what, Chris? I'm also from Mechanicsville.
Let's
Julia
go.
is one of the GOATs to come out of Hanover County. Look at the numbers. You can see why she was so good and is so good now. Almost 40 innings pitch, fills up the zone a lot, and got some nasty stuff that really complements Taylor Swift. Or Swift, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Taylor Swift really well. Look at the scouting report. Drop ball, elite drop ball, fastball, and a changeup, throws the ball hard, and has, like you'll see, that vertical dip that is so key when you look at Taylor Smith and what she brings. High velo up in the zone, Cuzzo down in the zone.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I know.
Guess there's no bad blood between you and Mechanicsville
Oh, yeah,
girls.
there's none. There's none.
How about that Taylor
It was
Swift
when
knowledge?
I went to go say it, it was like a blank space in my head.
I just wrote the name down on my scorebook.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, blank space, I'll write the name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
That was
It was a stretch.
didn't catch that one.
That was a stretch. Anyway, popped up to right field. Griffith battles the sun and makes the catch for the first out. Both these teams have gone into their bullpen here in the third inning. Curious your take, because this seems like something we've seen more recently, just the development of pitching staffs versus just one arm for college teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was usually, you were an elite team if you had 1 or 2 arms. if you had an ace in the circle, I mean, you could get really far. Then it kind of developed, okay, you need one, but you also need that second arm. And then all of a sudden, year after year, the ERAs start to inflate. You have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers in your bullpen as part of your staff. And I think it was really pioneered by Lonnie Alameda at Florida State. She saw where the game was going. I think she saw where data was taking the game, where offenses were taking the game, the ability to set up a machine and prepare for each player, use data to inform your decisions. And baseball's been there, right? The ability to collect outs, have a starter, have a mid-reliever, have a closer, have those high-leverage guys. Now, in this situation, obviously women. But you see it with Virginia and Duke. They are looking to collect outs in a 3-game series.
Jones takes a strike. It's 3-1. But some of that, though, yes, the data is important, but you can't lose sight of the feel of the game, too, right?
Absolutely. And head coach Marissa Young certainly has not, because you bring in KK Mathis. I mean, that's not a data decision with the bases loaded last night to bring in the junior for her second ever appearance. I mean, that's knowing your athletes, having that eye test along with the analytics.
There is Mathis, who's waiting on deck for the Blue Devils. But first, Layla Lamar will get an opportunity. 1 on, 1 out, and Duke clinging to a 1-run lead. That one driven out toward left and out of play. By the way, I have to go back to you calling Julia the GOAT from Mechanicsville. I think people would argue that you might be the GOAT.
Oh no, certainly not. There's been too many good softball players.
To the second. Oh, a great turn by Call to get the lead runner. What a play.
Wow. I mean, the GOAT in this game in terms of defensive play is Alex Call, and it's not even close. Look at this read. Chopper to the right side. The ball is taken to the first base. It'd be so easy to toss the ball over to Macy Eaton, get the out. But to read that Jones hesitates to avoid being hit by the ball, to do the spin move, let the ball take you that direction, then fire a throw over to Jade Hilton. That is elite level stuff from Alex Call, the sophomore. Wow.
Made it look easy.
She's made everything look like too easy, I would say. I think
everything's routine.
Everything's routine over there. The diving play in the first, the really close play off Eaton's glove.
And now 0-2 on KK Mathis. Kuzo's come out of the bullpen throwing well. Trying to get Mathis and the Blue Devils in the third. A little bit low. Grounded to short, Hilton to first, and the side is retired. The walk does no harm, and the Blue Devils still leading by a run as we head to the fourth. Time for a treat. We're getting a treat tonight. Treated to a great game as we go to the 4th inning. A 1-0 lead for Duke. Yeah, that looks pretty good too.
That looks great.
Bring some to the booth.
Yeah, what the heck?
Haven't
We
eaten.
sell pizza here.
I haven't eaten today. I realize it's my own fault, but still. Cabrillo will lead things off for the Cavaliers in the 4th inning. Duke leading by a run. Chris Edwards, Rain Wilson, rest of our great team. Thanks for spending part of your Friday night with us. First pitch glances off the glove of the pitcher and then eats up Oakland, and Virginia's got the leadoff batter aboard.
Yeah, Cabral attacks this pitch early on the outer half, that piece over the edge, and then Wheeler taps it. Oakland almost makes the play here. It looks like it popped off on the backhand and just gets by her. Cabral runs straight through first base. I think if she gets the notification that, hey, mate, that ball is out in the left field, maybe she rounds and has a chance there, but elects to play it safe, and Virginia got something cooking in the 4th.
Second straight inning, the Cavaliers have gotten the leadoff person aboard. Trying to do something with it. And that one on the outside corner to Kelsey Hackett for strike one. Wheeler came in, got out of a little bit of a jam in the 3rd. Ended up leaving the bases loaded. Push to the right side. Bobbled, and everybody's safe. 2 on, nobody out for Virginia.
Kelsey Hackett, the senior, leads this team in sacrifice. 3 coming into today, and this one perfectly executed push bunt to the right side. Knowing you got some youth over there in Jayla Stafford, the freshman, Hackett executes perfectly. Gets the barrel set up. Stafford does everything right, getting to the ball, but it's the hand-eye at the end and the quick transfer, the pressure that it puts on you as a defense to do everything perfectly is enough for the bobble. And now Virginia, 1st and 2nd, nobody out.
Addison Reeser will come on to run at second base for the Cavaliers. Back-to-back infield hits for Virginia set the table here for Alex Call. Call's done it with the glove. Can she do it with the bat? Takes outside here. They'll appeal, and she did go around. So strike one on Call. Punted foul. It's 0-2. Do you force the bunt here?
I don't think so. I think you give your sophomore a chance to battle. The one number I do circle, though, 26 strikeouts on the year for Call, and that's the last thing you want. So this is a moment where Coach Harden has to know her team, and as she does the best, what's going to give her the best outcome?
Good eye here. It's 1-2.
But I think also on top of that, too, Mallory Wheeler not known to be a strikeout pitcher. And so knowing that the pitcher you're faced, the arm you're faced, can lead to some ground balls.
Good stop by Rodriguez.
That's huge.
Saves the base, keeps the force alive. Take another look.
Trying to go arm side in, and this one is way far in. And almost handcuffs Rodriguez, but a great job keeping it in front.
Swing and a miss. Wheeler comes all the way back and gets a big punch out.
Yeah, that's a great bounce back for Mallory Wheeler. Curveball outside edge, right set up right after the pitch down and in. Call just tries to battle, unable to do so. 27th strikeout on the year for Call, and the biggest one of the night for Mallory Wheeler.
Now a ground ball could get him out of the inning. Hickey the batter. Hickey takes outside.
And I think this is where you got to be mindful if you're Duke. knowing Hickey had some success last night. The numbers, they don't necessarily jump off the page, but clearly Hickey seeing the ball well. Madison Green right behind her, limited sample size, struck out looking her first time up. So this is not a player you want to let beat you.
All two outside. Down the right field side and out of play. Good bounce back there by Wheeler, falling behind the count 2-0 and just trying to pitch her way back into the count.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the scouting report from Mallory Wheeler, you could talk about what she throws, but what sticks out to me is how she competes, how she engages with her team, back against the wall, and you cannot tell.
Outside corner, it's 2-2.
And I'm staying there if I'm Wheeler. That pitch looked like a really nice pitcher's pitch off the outside edge, not one that Hickey can do a ton of damage with. And if you're going to get that call, go back to it.
2-2. Tried to go outside again, expand the zone, but Hickey would not chase. Stay away here.
I think you go with whatever you have the most command with, and I think it is away here. And I think the curveball way Hickey can do damage with if she's sitting on it, but knowing she has to protect both sides gives you a little better chance.
Rounds one to second. Vega up with it, goes to second, and they got the runner. What a play. Maybe a better play by Oakland to stand her ground there at second base and get the out.
Another gutsy play by the second baseman in this game. This time it's Amina Vega. This one was tight. Ground ball to the right side, forehand in position, but gets the hips around, and then Oakland, to your point, Chris, stays in there as Hackett slides in right to where the ball is coming in.
It's tremendous.
Wow.
So now the runner's at the corners, and that one hit foul off the bat of Green.
And that's a veteran play by Amina Vega. It's so easy to go with the easy out, because if Vega there throws that ball in the left center field, then all of a sudden this is a Virginia 2-1 ball game where they've taken the lead. But it's knowing who she has in the middle infield with her in Oakland and trusting herself.
Off the inside corner, another borderline pitch. It's 1-1. Now 1-2.
And we've seen it a few times in Madison Green, stepping so far across that that left foot is almost out of the box. And if I'm Kyrie Rodriguez here, I'm turning around to the home plate umpire and letting her know that I'm seeing that. Because if she clocks that and she makes contact with 2 strikes here, that is strike 3.
2-2. Virginia left the bases loaded in the third, in danger of squandering another opportunity in the fourth. Wheeler home on 2-2. Out to left, a base hit, and Virginia has tied the game in the fourth. A 2-out, 2-strike single for Madison Green to tie the game.
How about the sophomore? 9th start on the year. And the biggest hit of the year. A pitch on the outside edge, curveball, just gets enough of it to get it over the head of Oakland. That's what happens if the ball gets off the end of their bat. That means it's really good bat speed. To have that line drive trajectory, Virginia ties things up here in the top of the fourth.
It's a good job of battling, to your point. Griffith at the plate, trying to keep the inning alive. 2-0. Chopped to second. Vega waits for the hop, makes the play, and retires the side. But it is Virginia who comes through with a 2-out, 2-strike hit from Madison Green. And we're all square at 1 as we head to the last of the fourth. Look at where we stand as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, even at a run apiece. Virginia has tied things up, and now we'll see if the bottom of the Duke order has a rebuttal. Kyrie Rodriguez will start things for Duke in the 4th.
Kyrie Rodriguez.
Yeah, tight ball game late. I mean, this is what we're used to seeing between these two ball clubs. 2 years ago, 12-inning matchup,
Yeah.
2-1 ball game. Did you call that with me?
I did not.
You didn't? You just enjoyed it as a fan? Well, that was crazy. This one has that same feel of battle, battle, battle.
Popped up into right field. Griffith is there to make the catch. I don't think I did. I think I would remember that.
Yeah, I can't recall. I just remember Eden Bigham for Virginia. Her arm almost fell off because she pitched so much. And at the time, Duke in 2024 was ranked the 3rd team in the country. Virginia came in and took 2 of the 3 in that series. And it's the last time these two programs matched up.
You talk about the arm about to fall off, kind of comes back to where we are now with the pitching staffs. Not going to see that in this game. Well into the bullpens for each team. That one fouled away by Stafford.
There is Coach Harden. And one other piece of info that I thought was so cool in learning about this Virginia team is they are so big on renewal. They're so big on rest. They're so big on performance. And one of my pet peeves as a player was the fact that we had to be here 3 hours before the game, and like we're moving for 2 hours before the game. And so I asked Coach Harden, you know, when is your team warm up? She said hour 15 before. And they try to keep it really consolidated and be really intentional, be fully engaged. They take every Wednesday off, unless they have a game. Yeah, in the season, they take, in the middle of the week, they will take a day off.
Wow.
Coach Harden sent me a photo of her in her garden where she likes to be during the season. I just think it's an untapped, I would say, resource of our game, of rest and rejuvenating. It's a long season. And Chris, I know you know.
Yes.
How calling baseball, calling a minor league season is exhausting.
It's a grind, yeah, for everybody. To have it, but to have the presence to recognize the importance of taking it.
Yes. When I talked to her about that, and I, you know, phrased it as if a recruit has an hour in the evening.
Grounded up the middle. Call is there, and of course, call makes the play.
And the fact that that's routine, and we can keep talking about this is remarkable. But I said, hey, if a recruit wants to be a Virginia Cavalier, and they have an hour in the evening, and they can do homework, they can study for a test, they can go hit BP, or they can rest, like what would you tell them to do? I was actually asking for myself, because I need some balance in my life. And she said, look, you just gotta go where you're gonna get the most done. If you're scattered and you're hitting BP knowing you have a test, knowing you have that going on, you're not gonna be at BP. She's like, do 7 minutes of BP and then go write 3 things down you need to do and be really intentional about those things. And so hearing that approach and seeing the success of this program over her tenure has been really cool.
Fouled away.
And the last note I'll say on it too is we were talking about early in Coach Harden's career here, there were some lean years.
Sure.
And they had struggled. And so to have the presence of mind to take a step back and then to see the results, I mean, that is some serious faith in what she believes and her staff. And it's just been really cool to watch.
It's trusting the process.
It
isn't
is.
It? And having the conviction to know that if I stick to what I believe in, it's going to work out. And the results have bared that out.
Absolutely. It's hard to do that. It's hard when you feel like outworking a problem will lead to results, but wow.
A lot of good results here in the 4th inning for Virginia as the strikeout to get Matthews. It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Kuzo trusting the process with a nasty drop that paints the outside edge. We are tied up, headed to the 5th.
just minding our own business, and then, oh, it's big. That's a big brother moment right there. That's exactly what that is. Somebody's getting grounded later tonight.
Uh-oh. She said that doesn't bother me a bit.
Like Taylor Swift gonna keep on dancing.
That's right.
1-1 as we head to the 5th inning. Top of the order in the top of the 5th for Virginia. And the first pitch is low on Hilton. Hilton walked in the 3rd, but still hitless so far in the series. And as we move along, Virginia obviously is going to want to see Hilton start to get things going at the top of the order.
Yeah, when you look at the lack of offensive production for this Virginia team in this first 2 games, you know, that is a name you circle. And you got to credit this Duke team. They've obviously come in with a plan prepared for Jade Hilton, and they've executed that plan, but it's not going to be long that Hilton is quiet in this series.
Grounded. Might have been knocked down again by Wheeler, and safe at first. But a little unlucky a couple different times for Wheeler, just not able to field it cleanly.
Yeah, and good things happen when you hit the ball really hard, and Jade Hilton does that. I don't even know if Wheeler got a glove on this one. We'll take a look. Oh, yes, she did, as the ball kind of hits her foot, too. But to your point, Chris, yeah, just this game is game of inches, as we know, and those little moments in the game that you give opportunities to the opponent, especially in this part of the lineup, is dangerous.
That one grounded foul. Probably not how Hilton envisioned getting her first hit of the weekend, but it's a line drive in the box score. Virginia much better tonight with runners on base. See what they did last night. It's just the nature of the game, though, isn't it? You know, you talk about the everyday nature of this sport. You got to believe it's going to even out over the course of a long season.
Absolutely. And, you know, as a player, you want answers. Why isn't this not happening? And even as a coach, I imagine you want to pick and choose a reason why you're 1 for 12 last night. But unfortunately, there's so many variables in this game.
The second, great turn there by Vega to get the lead runner. Hudson is aboard on the fielder's choice.
And this is another moment in this game where Amina Vega's experience and reading the speed and the direction of the ball, knowing the speed of Hilton, has led to them getting that lead runner. And that doesn't necessarily show up in the box score, but that is a huge play defensively for Duke.
Grounded to first and foul. No grounders have been easy, it feels like, for the Blue Devils.
No, certainly not. And we talked about this last night a little bit, but as the night goes on at Duke Softball Stadium, the dirt, it's not such that like it remains a consistent hop. It changes as the evening goes on and becomes harder, which can create some inconsistencies as well.
1-1. Eaton 0 for 2 tonight. But you talked about searching for answers, always wanting answers. How do you balance that about knowing that, hey, you just got to keep putting the work in and you're not always going to get the answer to the question? As the grounder comes to third, they get the out at second. They say it was on the transfer, and Hudson is retired.
Yeah, Alex Leap right on top of that, and I agree, just off the naked eye of watching that. And head coach Joanne Hart is going to have a chance to talk about it. Here, Tyrena Jones going glove side, throws a fiery cannon over, and then on the transfer is when Amina Vega loses that softball.
We will not ask for the review, so the call will stand. I think you're right.
Yeah.
That was on the transfer.
Well, and that's a tough play, too, even just watching it live. That's a really tough play to get a replay of that's indisputable because it's such a judgment call by Alex Leap out at second base, who was right on top of it.
Outside on Cabrillo.
But, Chris, going back to your question about wanting answers and trusting the process, I think that is something most human beings struggle with, of knowing what you're doing right now will lead to the best result. And the reality is you don't know what that result's going to be. All you can do, though, is be really intentional about where your feet are, doing your best in the moment, and that will lead to the best result. But in softball, I mean, it's very difficult. And then at the end of the season, I think you can zoom out. And at the end of the games and weekends, you could zoom out and make strategic changes. but dwelling on what could have been, what should have been, what you wish you'd done differently is wasted energy in the moment instead of being fully engaged with the present moment. And I'm trying to speak as though Coach Harden, she's much more eloquent with talking about the process than I am, but I think it's something constantly trying to battle with.
3-1, dangerous spot here on Cabrillo. 10 home runs on the season for the Virginia third baseman. Out into right center field. This ball is down for extra bases. Eaton gets the wave around, and Cabrillo has given the Cavaliers the lead in the 5th. And now Cabrillo hung up between second and third. She'll be tagged out, but the run counts, and Virginia has the lead.
And it looks like Cabrillo might have hurt something over there on the right leg. But Virginia, the junior, Bella Cabrillo gives her team the lead. Pitch on the outside edge, drilled out into the right center gap. Hudson will score. Very end of this play, take a look at the relay. Vega gets it in, Kyrie Rodriguez throws Cabrillo out, but Virginia up 2-1.
Virginia has the lead for the first time tonight, 2-1 Cavaliers as Duke comes up in the last of the 5th. Hannah Tober has entered the game to play third for Virginia. She'll take over for Cabrillo, who had that RBI double, but seemed to be injured, getting caught between second and third to end the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Tober comes in for Bella Cabrillo, as you mentioned, Chris, and gets in a rundown, gets caught right in the middle here, and just tries to stay alive. And at the very end, looks like that right knee, and felt it immediately. Non-contact injuries are just brutal, and a lot of mystery early on of what happened. But Hannah Tober, the freshman, will get an opportunity to go play third base for Virginia. And Kuzo will look to protect this lead in the bottom of the 5th.
Kuzo's pitched well. Just a couple base runners against her. Had a 1-2-3 4th inning, and now facing the top of the Duke order. And Jennings smacks the first pitch foul. Jennings, you see the 1 for 2 tonight, singled in the second. And if you're looking at for a pivotal moment in this game, Blue Devils left the bases loaded in the second inning. Probably a frame they would like to have back in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in that break, I think you had pointed out, hey, that's an inning we circle if this game goes on and Duke doesn't have the lead, or if it doesn't go in the Blue Devils' favor. But you got to capitalize on opportunities when you have them, especially against this Virginia bullpen.
Lob to left, Hackett into foul ground to make the catch.
And if I'm Deanna Jennings there, obviously, you know, she knows herself, she knows her skill set, she knows what feels good right now, but I'd almost consider dropping a butt in front of Tober, the freshman. You know, welcome her to the game, put some pressure on her, or chop slap that way, knowing that the ground is hard. But last time up, Amina Vega did ground out to the third baseman, Bella Cabral at the time, now Tober in.
And Vega takes inside, maybe a little bit low. Give Kuzo a lot of credit. He's come in and really stabilized things for Virginia. Not that Smith pitched poorly, but the 3 walks, and really for Smith, seemed to fight the command a lot in her 2 innings.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Kuzo, to your point, not only attacked the zone, but has attacked the zone with movement through the zone. I mean, 66 with probably 10 to 11 inches of vertical drop. It's very, very difficult to get your barrel around too. And for hitters, I mean, early in counts, you're trying to find your timing, you're trying to find your barrel, and sometimes when you do that early, you get the weak dribblers, but Kuzo right now attacking and then expanding further down.
Outside, it's 3-1. Kuzo pitching with the lead. Virginia trying to even up the series after Duke was a winner last night. And the Blue Devils have the tying run aboard with 1 out in the 5th. It's the 5th walk allowed by this Virginia team. A team that coming into the weekend and coming into the game tonight, fewest walks allowed of any pitching staff in the ACC.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a point of emphasis for this Virginia staff to shore that up going into tomorrow and even going into later tonight. But you got to credit this Duke team and their plate discipline. There's been a lot of pitches that are right around the edge of the zone that if you're over anxious, you can go after. And you look at the numbers. To your point, Chris, one of the best pitching staffs in the ACC and in the country, and why they're so good is their ability to attack the zone. But Duke not biting early on those pitches that are borderline that have been called balls.
1-1 here on Oakland. Now a ball and 2 strikes. To third. Tober up with it, goes to second for 1, and that's all they'll get.
Great job by the freshman, Tober. I mean, did not have a lot of time with this. Kind of a slow ground ball, but the quick transfer and the accurate throw to get Vega, that's huge. And going back to head coach Harden and what she's done with this program, every Monday, she practices with the non-starters to develop them. If you're a non-starter and you're not getting reps at third base, and then you have to go into the game because of an injury, maybe if you don't have those reps and you don't have that development and you're not poured into, maybe you don't make that play there.
I think there's a larger conversation to be had there too, as Jones digs in and swings and misses. She's behind 0-2. In the era in which we're in with college athletics, to be able to know that you're still getting some development even if you aren't in the starting line.
Absolutely, and it keeps kids around. I mean, this Virginia team, and you look at their best athletes, Macy Eaton has developed year over year over year.
So short in between hop. Hilton couldn't handle it, and there are 2 on with 2 out for Duke.
And again, the ground balls late in this game, late in the evening here in Durham, are really, really tough. A drop ball pitcher in Kuzo. Jones gets a good piece of it, creates that spinning ground ball. Hilton does all she could to try to get that short hop. And a lucky ricochet off of her to go right into the glove of Call, as it looks like Ariel Kruger will come in for Jess Oakland. But Chris, going back to your point about the state of college athletics, the transfer portal, yeah, if you are a gray woman in the dugout all season long while the starters are poured into, like, that's an easy decision to make to transfer. I'm going to go somewhere where they're going to pour into me. not a problem for Virginia.
That one punched foul by Layla Lamar. Big at bat for Lamar. The Blue Devils trailing by a run in the 5th. A chance to turn the ball game around. There's Kruger, the potential tying run at second, and the count evens.
Huge moment here. Layla Lamar grounded out to Alex Call her last time up on the fielder's choice. Now an opportunity to give her team the lead or tie things up.
Swing and a miss, or sorry, swing and a foul. 1-2. For Virginia, though, a pitch away from getting off the field unscathed.
It's just a nasty drop ball again by Kuzo. Starts out of the zone and then just falls off the table there. I'm going right back there if I'm Kuzo.
And again, just enough to stay alive.
And Layla Lamar has been getting pitched in and in throughout the season as the season has progressed. And so her adjustment has been to get off the plate and beg for that pitch in. Give herself some space to get the barrel out.
Another 1-2. To 2-2 now. Good take. And now it's full. 3-2, 2 out. And this big at bat, man, what a good one we got going on here tonight.
We certainly do. Goes with the off speed there. Lamar does not bite. Payoff pitch, runners will be moving.
Out into left center field. Extra bases for Lamar. Scoring, Kruger to tie the game. Here comes Jones, and the Blue Devils take the lead.
That's it. Double for Layla Lamar. You know what that means, man. Look to the sky. It's time for the...
It's Layla Lamar, the sophomore transfer from Florida. Takes a drop ball outer half and drills it into the left center gap. Set herself up off the plate, give herself room, trust the barrel to cover the outside edge. Hops off the wall, and the sophomore is fired up. Duke takes the 3-2 lead.
27th and 28th RBI of the season for Lamar. And now it's KK Mathis with a chance to add to the lead for Duke. To third, Tober picks it up, and now Lamar in a rundown. Lamar tagged out to end the inning, but Lamar comes through with the big blow for the Blue Devils. A 2-out, 2-run double to put Duke in front. Blue Devils by a run as we head to the 6th. Blue Devils have the 3-2 lead as we head to the 6th inning, and Duke going back to the bullpen. The left-hander Cassidy Curd on to toss for the Blue Devils.
Yep, Cassidy Curd, the veteran, the senior in the circle for this Duke team, as we see Brooklyn Thomas also coming into the game out in right field for Layla Lamar. Defensive switch, but late in this game, head coach Mercian going to look for Curd to collect outs, fill up the zone, and the senior has been key for this team during her career. And we look at the numbers, 12-2 on the year, 21 appearances, almost 100 innings pitched. So she's had a bulk of the workload. 83 punch-outs in those nearly 100 innings. A strikeout pitcher with elite movement up in the zone.
We'll face Hackett to start things in the 6th and misses inside.
When we take a look at the scouting report, upper 60s, has hit 70 plenty of times. Elite movement up. She's got curve, and she's actually got a two-seamer with run on both sides of the plate.
Popped up to third. Jones is there. 2 pitches and 1 out for Cassidy Curd here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's a huge out. And if Curd has an Achilles heel, if you will, it's leaving pitches over the middle. When she can spot pitches on both sides of the plate with command and then expand the zone with her stuff, she's nearly unbeatable. But when she misses middle, consistently, teams can take advantage.
Now Call will bat 0 for 2 this evening and takes the first pitch outside. What a great game tonight between these two top 25 clubs and a crucial ACC series. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Of course, it feels like every series monumental when you get to this point in the season. Out to right field. Thomas is tested, and she's there for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. And Hickey will be the batter for the Cavaliers. Outside corner for strike 1. One and one now on Hickey. Curd really changing speeds nicely here in the 6th.
Yeah, there's that off speed. That's something she's tried to develop throughout her career to be a consistent part of her toolbox, and they are paints it 60 miles an hour.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. A little bit too tall there. You talk about momentum and having what they call one of those shutdown innings, just so important for Curd here.
Yeah, absolutely critical, especially because if she's able to get Hickey out, she's got 8-9-1. So you got to face Jade Hilton at the top of the order no matter what.
Grounded back to Curd, knocks it down, and gets the out. Whew. Finds a way. Wow, 1-2-3 inning for Curd, although the final out had a little trepidation.
A little shaky here, but got the job done. Let me get the ball, and then let me just get it over to you. Duke gets out of the inning. down 2-1, and Layla Lamar with a quality at-bat to get her team the lead. Gets drop ball in, drop ball away, and then consistently fights off some drop balls from Kuzo. 7 pitches is what it took, and the last pitch was a drop ball that was elevated over the plate, and Layla Lamar did not miss it. 2 out, 2 RBI double to give her team the lead.
Blue Devils looking to add on, and a leadoff ground ball to short. Hilton has no play, and Rodriguez is aboard. Back to the pitch sequence, though. Credit goes to Lamar for staying in the fight, being ready to hit the mistake.
Absolutely, and she was set up off the plate, begging to get that inside pitch, got it for the first pitch of the AB, went and it hunted it, attacked it, it was a foul ball. Then the rest of the at-bat, away, 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 away. So you gotta imagine she's wondering if they're gonna try to come back in to surprise me. And that, it just speaks to her ability to battle, to stay into at-bats, to take a changeup that was a really nice pitch from Kuzo, and then get a pitch elevated that she can do damage with, and damage she did.
Stafford batting here. Would you be thinking of bunt if you're the Blue Devils?
I think you definitely need insurance, but drop ball pitchers, very, very difficult to bunt on. We've seen this infield be unpredictable in terms of errors, generating errors. And I think also you got to know your players. If Stafford's not a naturally good bunter, don't try to fit her into that position right now.
Bounced foul, and Stafford behind in the count 1-2.
I think you almost give yourself a better opportunity to wait for a drop ball in the dirt or change up in the dirt where Rodriguez can take advantage of the 60 feet. And then you think about bunting because you got 1 out, runner on third base. Deanna Jennings, difficult to strike out anyway. But Stafford, home run last night, seeing the ball well.
Kuzo gets a big swing, but a foul tip just to stay alive by Stafford. Boy, I thought that was strike 3. Kuzo back to work. That one to short. Hilton has only 1 play and gets the out at first. Same idea as a sacrifice bunt. Moves the runner into scoring position with 1 out.
Absolutely, and I think that's something that this Duke team and Duke offense understands. That Virginia defense playing really far back, so you're not as susceptible to that double play. Kyrie Rodriguez, a great jump there to ensure that Hilton goes to first.
Pinch runner for the Blue Devils. London Collins will come on to run. One on, 1 out, and Matthews will be the batter. First time that Matthews has faced, the second time Matthews has faced Kuzo. Struck out back in the 4th inning. And takes a strike on the outside corner. Blue Devils just have gotten the timely hits. Don't need all the hits, just the timely ones. 2-1. Where do you go here if you're Kuzo?
I think you probably go with the drop ball away and try to get her to roll over something to the left side.
Ooh, just missed the outside.
Reagan Hickey is an umpire's worst nightmare because she makes this pitch look really good. I think it was a solid pitcher's pitch off the outside edge. Likely a ball, but Hickey's so good with the frame job that to the Virginia faithful, they wanted that as a strike.
And now the ball gets away. Up to third goes Collins, and taking off for second is Matthews. Look at the hustle on the base paths by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, this Duke team will take advantage of any 60 feet that you give them. We talked about Reagan Hickey, her ability to frame pitches up, but here's a moment where you gotta block it up. You cannot let a runner get to third base with less than 2 outs. And look at Matthews, does not hesitate. Immediately knows she can take second base, daring Reagan Hickey to throw it there, in which case Duke is very, very used to that that run down, make you pay, go back and forth between first and second while the runner at third tries to find a way home. And it looks like Virginia's going to have a conference to talk about their defense.
Runners at second and third at the top of the order coming up for Duke. And you've got to face Jennings and Vega back-to-back with only one out. Some insurance runs out there in scoring position. I mean, if you're Duke, this is the perfect storm, isn't it?
This is exactly what you want. And when you look at the makeup of this team and the success that this team has had, you circle those two names. Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, I have a feeling that they'll be at the top of that list in terms of career hits for a very, very long time. And this is who you want up. They've been so consistent throughout their career, finding ways on in key moments. They will certainly be missed, but in this moment right now, they're exactly who you want up.
Jennings 1 for 3 tonight, but a base hit here can provide an exclamation point for Duke. Strike one.
It's a great pitch by Kuzo. Righty-lefty matchup goes right on the hands of Deanna Jennings.
Another good attempt at a frame there by Hickey, but it misses outside.
Yeah, off speed there by Kuzo. Another nasty pitch, and the slow stuff on the outside edge can speed up that drop ball on the inside edge.
Fly ball out into shallow center. Hudson makes the catch. The throw comes toward third. It's offline. So Jennings does her job, drives in the insurance run, and it's Duke leading by 2 in the 6th.
And that's a veteran AB. Knowing it's a drop ball pitcher, knowing that your job right now as a hitter is to get something deep into the green. Kuzo with a 66-mile-per-hour drop on the inside half, and Deanna Jennings gets the barrel out. And enough strength to put it deep enough to have London Collins score and Addie Matthews extend to third.
And now Vega a chance to add at least one more insurance run. Another big run over there at third base for the Blue Devils. And that one out to left will hang up for Hackett to retire the side. Blue Devils settle for just the 1 run, and it's last licks for Virginia with Duke leading by 2 after 6. Duke as we go to the 7th inning. Last call for Virginia. A look at our game summary as the Blue Devils look for a series win here tonight. It's been timely hitting for Duke that has gotten the job done.
Yeah, and the name I circle is Layla Lamar. I mean, such a clutch AB in that 5th inning for Duke. Duke with the early lead. Virginia came back with clutch hitting themselves with Madison Green and Bella Cabral. But then Layla Lamar's at bat to give her team the 3-2 lead, and then Deanna Jennings with the sac fly to give her team insurance in the bottom of the 6th.
And the first pitch in there for a strike from Curd, out for her 2nd inning of work. Would be the 5th consecutive ACC series win for the Blue Devils if they can polish off the victory here tonight. And I imagine getting that leadoff hitter is so important for Curd.
Absolutely. Especially when you know you got to face Jade Hilton here in a few batters. If she's able to get one out, and just as a defense too, and as a team, you kind of relax a little bit when you get that first out under your belt. And to your point, Chris, about this Duke team in ACC play, you look at the record, 11 wins, and they were at right around 8 and 9 wins through 17 games. They have been battle-tested early in this year. They played great teams, and is really showing in ACC play as they played their best softball.
From 0-2 to now 2-2. Green has battled back. Green had the RBI single back in the 4th inning for UVA. And stays alive. Good at bat by the sophomore to start the 7th.
Yeah, it's impressive because Cassie Curd had 1 2/3 pitch last night, so this offense got to see her a bit, but Madison Green did not. Has not seen her in her career, and Cassie Curd's a difficult pitcher to get in the box and just figure it out. So credit Green in her preparation.
It's 3-2. Rally caps for the Hoos. Green trying to come all the way back and find her way on base. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner.
What a huge pitch. Two-seamer, outside edge, paints the black. Maybe a bit of backdoor curveball, but either way, the senior is fired up. That is a huge out in this inning. Biggest punch out of the series so far.
Now Griffith bats and takes ball 1. And there, oh, they call it a ball. Wow, caught a lot of the plate. It's 2-0.
I think the entire ballpark, this is going to be a 1-1 count. That's middle cut. That's down the middle.
Not sure how you missed that one.
We're humans.
It's 3-0.
Wow, that's a huge call.
Yeah.
That's a huge call because instead of a 1-1 count, you got a 2-0 count. Now you're in a 3-0 count with Griffith, who has a ton of speed, who then turns the lineup over to Jade Hilton, Cassie Hudson, and the power sluggers in this Virginia offense. But yeah, I mean, umpires have a very difficult job, especially especially calling pitches with Cassidy Curd. She's got elite movement, and it kind of creeps up into the zone. And definitely, to me, a missed call there. But overall, I think our home plate umpire, to give her some credit, Tatum Stolding, has done a pretty good job this game. But they're in a key moment, potentially a missed call.
And the high strike there, granted. It's 3-1. Curd trying to fight her way back into the count. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Cavaliers in the 7th.
Yeah, and this is a moment where if you're Virginia, thinking, yes, we've got our Jade Hilton, our All-American up, and for Duke, you gotta flush that pitch. As we take a look at how this team has done with runners on. Last night struggled, 1 for 12. Tonight, been pretty good, but Duke outmatched them in that category.
Colton an infield single in her last at bat. And takes inside here. Hilton, who was 0 for 4 in the game last night, trying to come through big for the Cavaliers. It's 2-0. To your point earlier, Curd did throw in the game last night. Virginia got a chance to see Curd.
Yes, absolutely. And they've prepared for Cassidy Curd. They know they're going to face Cassidy Curd. But to your point, they've seen her 24 hours ago. And that's a gutsy call to go right at Jade Hilton on the inner half. Hilton, when she's able to get extended, get her barrel out on a pitch out over the plate, she can do some serious damage. But Curd, 67 miles per hour right on the hands. It's hard as a righty to get your barrel out to that pitch.
Now Curd steps off.
And speaking of how difficult it is to get that barrel around, you could see Addie Matthews shifted towards the left center gap.
That one catches the corner.
And there's the pitch I don't think Jade Hilton thought she would get in the at-bat, but look how far shifted over Addie Matthews is, and the outfield is out and right.
Two-two. And Hilton stays alive.
Please, everybody clap your hands.
Curd trying to slam the door for the Blue Devils. Virginia looking for a 7th inning rally. Back of first, it'll hang up for Vega. Hilton is retired and the Cavaliers are down to their last out.
And we talk about the strikeouts to Madison Green as being the biggest out, but this might be the biggest pitch Cassidy Curd has thrown all night. Get Hilton extended off the plate, nasty movement. And now Coach Jen Harden and hitting coach Jeff Tilka can have a conversation about who they have, because Hudson, not known for her power the way Macy Eaton is, the way Bella Cabral is. Lefty on lefty matchup, that's tough, and they're going to make the decision to bring in, I might imagine, a righty or a lefty known with a little bit more pop.
Looks like it's Hannah Weismer who's up off the bench for the Cavaliers, and will get an opportunity.
Bench hitting.
Weismer does have 7 home runs for Virginia as well.
Yeah, this is knowing your team. This is knowing who's going to give you the best opportunity. Not that Cassie Hudson couldn't put together a good at-bat, but you want as many opportunities as you can to get a ball out of the ballpark right now. And head coach Marissa Young is going to go out and have a conversation with Cassie Curd, look at the data.
I saw Coach Young go out last night and download the scouting report, so to speak, with KK Mathis, and now maybe doing it again here for Curd in a pivotal spot.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk a lot about KK Mathis and her role last night, and just speaks to Coach Young, her ability to mix in the eye test with the analytics. You can't have one without the other. A great opportunity there to go out, remind your pitcher what the analytics are saying about Weismer and how to attack her.
Strike one. Not an easy task for Weismer either, up off the bench and have to face Curd.
Definitely not. I mean, Weismer has been consistently in the lineup, and so tonight Madison Green going in, Weismer not the DP, but with a huge opportunity here.
Weismer able to check her swing. And with Eaton on deck, this is the batter you go after if you're Curd, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no fear here. Yes, 7 home runs, but Macy Eaton has been consistently the best bat in this lineup in RBI situations.
2-1. There's Eaton hoping to get a chance. Duke by 2 in the 7th. And Virginia down to their final strike.
And if I'm Weismer, I mean, that's the pitch. Lefty on lefty matchup. She's gonna throw that backdoor curveball or two-seamer, but it's gonna stay on the outside edge. Now has to battle all sides of the plate.
2-2. And the count is full.
The runner will be moving here in Jaden Griffith. For her, key is not to leave early. Remember, coaches can review that play.
In the grand scheme of things, the run at first really doesn't matter in a 2-run game.
That's right. And that's a conversation defensively, too. Shoot the trail. Don't go for the out at home. Keep Weismer off second base if you can manage.
Curd nods with the sign. The 3-2. Fouled away. Over goes Matthews, but has no play. So we'll do it all over again. There's Eaton just hoping for a chance. Another 3-2. And Weismer will stay alive. What a good at bat by Weismer, the pinch hitter.
It's a great at-bat, and the more data points you have as a hitter, the more on time you become, the better opportunity you get to barrel up a pitch off Cassidy Curd, who doesn't like to work in the off-speed often.
Another payoff pitch. And Eaton will get a chance with 2 on and 2 out. A really good take by Weismer, my goodness.
This is an elite take. A pitch up and away, check swing, knew it right away, and a great job by the freshman to come in. I mean, you don't have your name called for this game. You're not in the starting lineup, which you're used to being, but to have your name called and the presence to come in and battle for an opportunity to pass the bat to the RBI leader on your team in Macy Eaton.
Hudson re-enters. She'll be the runner at first base. But the game right now is at the plate. Go-ahead run at the dish in Macy Eaton. 2 out in the 7th. Oh, and a mighty cut there from Eaton, strike 1.
Yeah, and if I'm Cassie Curd, I'm going right back there. Macy Eaton took a hack on a pitch, I think a foot higher out of the strike zone. But you look at the development over the years for Macy Eaton. 291, 331 to now just shy of 500.
It's 0-2. All right, where are you going to now, Ryan?
Out of the zone. High cheddar, rise ball, and if I'm Kyrie Rodriguez, I am not letting this by me.
Oh-2. Grounded up the middle and through. Scoring is Griffith. Coming around third is Hudson. The relay throw. And they'll hold the runner at third. A double by Eaton.
Oh,
and Hudson is injured at third. Oh.
Yeah, saw that live. Looked like she had to battle to get to third base. Hope she's okay, but in a ton of pain over there at third.
So Eaton gets the 2-strike hit and gets to second base, but the concern now is about Hudson.
Yeah, an 0-2 pitch. They try to climb out of the zone, but credit Macy Eaton, the hand-eye coordination to get the barrel out. And there's Cassie Hudson rounding second. Looks like she stumbles here. Oh, me.
Was getting the wave around, and we'll just stop at third and certainly hope that Hudson is okay.
And just the battle to get to third base after doing something there halfway. I mean, heartbreaking for Hudson and this Virginia team, because without the stumble there, this ball game is tied. But watch Macy Eaton, her ability to climb the ladder. This is why she is the RBI leader for this Virginia squad. Right center gap as we take a look. Hudson rounding first. Jaden Griffith scores easily. And I think everyone thought this is going to be easy, no worries. Hudson's going to score. But instead, Kamira Woody-Jiggets ends up at third base, pinch running, and that is a speed component for this Virginia team. Woody-Jiggets, one of their key pinch runners. And how about the presence of mind for Coach Harden to hold the runner there, knowing, hey, she stumbled, we don't have a chance, it's a heartbreaking moment. But now, game continues.
Base is open here with Tober batting. Remember, she came in as a defensive replacement after Cabrillo was injured earlier. So Tober, the freshman, gets her first at-bat of this game in a big spot. And it's 0-2. Once again, the Cavaliers down to their final strike. Like the pitch there, going out of the zone.
I mean, I think that one was less of a, that's not a competitive miss, but I understand why. You don't want to give it up 0-2, but Tober right now has never seen Cassidy Curd. I would expand up. Macy Eaton has, so she made the adjustment, knew she was going to get something elevated.
Tober stays alive.
And although that 0-2 pitch is away, out of the zone, that's what you want, but you also give Tober another opportunity to time up Cassidy Curd, whereas that pitch there, over the plate, she gets her swing off, and now she's developing her timing. So I'm going up and in with the curveball.
Two and two. Virginia refusing to go away in the seventh.
What a ball game.
Been great. Duke won the opener last night, looking for another series win. Virginia trying to even it up with a seventh inning rally. The 2-2. And the series belongs to the Blue Devils. The fifth consecutive ACC series win for Duke as they hold on to beat Virginia tonight.
Goodness gracious, and the story here is the two-out hitting on both sides of the ball. Duke with the early 1-0 lead, Virginia comes back, and then Cassidy Curd in the top of the seventh slams the door shut against the freshman Tober, who came in for Bella Cabral, one of the veteran leaders on this team. So much happened, heartbreaking for this Virginia team. So close, but it is the Blue Devils tonight with their fifth consecutive ACC series win and ninth win versus a ranked opponent.
Blue Devils with their 27th victory of the season, and it is Duke who can go for a series sweep tomorrow. Curd slams the door, some timely hitting for the Blue Devils, including the two-run double by Layla Lamar, which was the difference. For Rain Wilson and the rest of our team, this is Chris Edwards saying good night from Durham. We'll see you tomorrow for the series finale.